you don't like your body. You can always find something wrong with your body. You're constantly finding something wrong with your body. Even when someone gives me a compliment, there's about a dozen other things that I could point out that's wrong with my body. Even when I work out, when I put on clothes, it feels like the clothes are fitting different, so I must be making progress. But when I look in the mirror, I don't see it. So this is body dysmorphia. And at one point, I thought I was one of the few people who was suffering from this, but it's actually pretty common. So what exactly is body dysmorphia? We're going to get all into that. I don't know if it ever goes away. I don't think it's something I'm ever going to not do, but I've learned to live with it and kind of battle with it, but a winning battle, it seems, for the most part. So I'm going to explain to you just how I do that. Welcome back, beautiful people. And if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for clicking on the video. But if you clicked on it, I know you kind of have the same issue that I have. So I'm going to be showing a picture of my body here, a video of my body here. Now, I have dealt with body dysmorphia for as long as I can remember. And what is body dysmorphia, you may ask? Technically, body dysmorphia is a mental health condition where a person spends a lot of time worrying about flaws in their appearance. And when I say I cannot get dressed without dealing with it, I cannot walk past a mirror without dealing with it, I cannot see someone's body who, unfortunately, I envy without dealing with it. It's a struggle, and it's an everyday thing. I know many people look at themselves and they might see things that they don't like. They might see flaws that they don't like. But body dysmorphia is different, because body dysmorphia is seeing your body in a way in which it isn't. Like when I look at my body, I see like a ruler, almost a completely straight human being. If a line can be considered a shape, that's the shape that I see myself. I see myself as some like curveless, straight, narrow line. It's really hard for me not to see it. So I think that I am too skinny. I have gotten to the point where I've eaten myself sick. I've gotten to the point where I have tried to force myself to be in sloth mode because I was so fearful of burning too many calories and getting even smaller. Anytime I have not felt well, the first thing that happens to me is like I have a very high metabolism. I lose weight super quick. I always try to tell myself, well, the good thing is like I can eat like a garbage panda and not put on weight. That has its pluses, I won't lie. But I've eaten to the point where I have made myself sick, and I was able to get up to weight. My dream weight was always to be like 150 pounds. And I got up to 150 pounds, 155 pounds to be exact. But to do that, I had to eat so much junk food that it really was, it was a very bad thing, because that was the only way that I couldn't eat enough healthy food to increase my weight. I don't care how much, there's not enough, I mean, there probably is enough steak and chicken and potatoes to do it, but it was easier to do it with the junk food. And so that all those extra calories in the junk food did make it so that I could get up to that weight, but it ended up being very unhealthy for me. So right now I am back to my normal weight, which is, you know, tottering between, you know, 130 and 131, 132, you know, 132 on a good day. And I have to mentally tell myself every day that that's okay. 132 is okay. Another thing, I have been working out recently, and I can even tell, like, I've been doing Pilates. I can tell from the way I have these jeans that I've had for at least, I don't know, 10 years. They're like my favorite, most comfy jeans. And these are the jeans where I can always tell, like, if I've lost weight or when I put on weight, because they would, you know, depending on how they fit. And now they're fitting really nice and snug in the thighs and snug in the butt. But when I look at my butt, I seem buttless. I seem buttless. You know, and it's exhausting. It is mentally exhausting. If you deal with it, you know, like, it's not a easy thing. But I know for me it stems from, it's a lot of things that we deal with as adult can be related to childhood trauma. That's what it is. So for me, I was called, when I got in trouble a lot, I was called narrow behind a lot. So it was always said to me in a negative way. And that's why you have to be really careful what you say to children, what you say to your child, because you may think you're just saying that, but a lot of times you're saying it out of a very negative place, and it's basically a criticism of the person. So when you're disciplining your child, you shouldn't be criticizing their physical appearance or their mental abilities when you're correcting them in something. You can totally correct what someone's doing and to not do that without insulting them, because those insulting remarks can leave gashes that do not heal or do not fully heal. You know, I'm 46 and it's still something that I struggle with every day. And, you know, even now, when I'm told that I have a nice figure, or I'm told something about, you know, my body in a positive way, I don't see it, but thank you, you know. And sometimes I carry myself in a way where I believe what has been told to me, and so I will carry myself in that way, even though I do not see it. That is something that I struggle with. Like, I've been told that I have a nice figure. I've been told that I have a nice butt. So I will carry myself in the way of, okay, I have a nice butt. People see me and they think I have a nice butt. I don't see it, but I will carry myself in the confidence of what others see. And that's why it's a good thing to have people around you who are positive. And unfortunately, I'm undiagnosed and I'm not getting on medication for it. I don't even know if there is medication for it. But I make sure to not be around anyone who has, if you say something negative about my body, no. Immediately no. Immediately no. If you don't have anything positive to say, don't say anything. And that's the way I am with others. If I don't have something positive to say, I'm not going to say anything negative to someone that may hurt their spirit, because I wouldn't want that done to me. If they ask my opinion, I will give it to them in a positive light as possible. You know, do I look good in this? You know, I think you look better in something else. Or, I mean, I don't know. What do you think? And then they say, oh, I don't think this. Yeah, I can kind of see that. Yeah, maybe try something else. I would never be like, oh, that makes you look so fat, or, you know, that hangs off of you because you're so skinny. I would never say things like that. So having people in your life that are positive and encouraging to you is something you definitely have to have. And people who are basically feeding the body dysmorphia in the negative, you don't want those people. You don't need those people. Those people are not good for you because you're doing enough of that to yourself. You don't need someone on the outside doing it to you. There are people who see you for you. They're not seeing you through dysfunctional eyes, which unfortunately that's the way we see ourselves. We see ourselves through dysfunctional eyes. I saw a picture of a girl. She was like, she thinks she was a reversed A or inverted A. I can't remember the way it was, you know, when your body is wider up here and narrow down here. And when I looked at her and I was thinking like, yeah, see, that's what my body looks like. I am, you know, an inverted A. And then when I go to read the comments and people are like, girl, you are delusional. Like, you are so curvy. Like, and I'm just like, oh, I assumed when I looked at her body, like, yeah, I get it, girl, because that's what my body looks like. But other people weren't looking at that body type the way she was and the way I do. And there are a lot of positive people. There's negative people out here, but there are a lot of positive people who just want happiness and peace and acceptance for others. It's not even about them. Like, they want others to feel happy in their skin. They want others to feel at peace and not constantly stressing. And that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing about humankind, is that there are tons of people who are like that. And if you're one of those type of people, you are a blessing to so many. You have no idea. You are one of the people who keep this world sane. So thank you. Even if you don't have someone who is, some people don't have people in their life who are encouraging to them. And that's a hard thing, because you need to surround yourself with those type of people, because they can remind you. Because like I say, it's an everyday battle. Having those type of people in your life are beneficial. And probably the only reason you don't have those type of people in your life is because you don't let them in, because you feel so guarded, because you're afraid that opening your guard is going to let people in who are negative, who are going to hurt you more, who are going to feed the negative side of the body dysmorphia. But that's not the case. You got to find caring, nurturing people. And there are plenty of people out there who are like that. And exactly how you find them, I'm not sure. But I'm sure that you've came across several already, and you put your guard up with them. Luckily, we live in an age where there's so many social media groups where you can find people who deal with the same things that you deal with. So it doesn't always have to be someone that you're physically hanging out with. It can be social, online interaction with people who deal with the same things you deal with. People who may not deal with the same things that you deal with, but they're such encouraging and positive people that they just navigate towards you because they see the beauty in you and they just want to be around that. So there's people in the groups who don't deal with body dysmorphia, but they see the beauty in people and they just kind of navigate towards those people. And it's just a beautiful equal balance. So definitely look for like-minded, positive people to help you with your struggle, because I think it's something that we never are going to outgrow it. Most of us, I don't think we're going to outgrow it. But it doesn't mean it has to like control our life. We have to remind ourselves that we are beautiful. We have to remind ourselves that flaws don't equal ugly. When you catch yourself in the judgment mode, you got to pull yourself. You got to stop. You got to remove that. Do something else. Change your mind to something else. Think about something else. I'm doing it again. I'm creating an image of something that isn't really there. And then force yourself to see the beauty in it. Like, yeah, I'm small. Like for me, I'm small. I'm small framed. But I do have curves to my figure. They're small curves, but they're still curves. And they're my curves. You know, try to do some things so that you know that, okay, I'm doing things to change these. Like I'm doing Pilates. I do a lot of butt and thigh Pilates. And although I don't see the changes, I know the changes are there because I can tell when I put on my pants. So I will see you guys in the next video. I want you to stay positive. I want you to understand that you're not the only person who battles with it, but you can live with it. You can live a happy life even though you deal with this body dysmorphia. Don't let it keep you down. It's possible to still be happy even though you deal with this. So I will see you guys in the next video, and thank you for watching.